Hey, 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 what's going on, good people? What is going on? I am Rochelle T. Parks. I am your health motivator. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Mindset Talks. Come on, guys. You're in for a treat. You're in for a treat. We got no, for real. We got a good one today. We have not just a good one, because you know what I say, good is the enemy of great. We have a great one today with Miss Halima Strong. No, okay. I'm saying strong, or is it stringer? Which one is it, Halima? Is it Halima Strong?
Strong.
Strong. Okay, all right. Because I've seen two names now, so I'm
Yeah.
like, wait, which one is it? Miss Halima Strong. Give it up for Halima. Woo, 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 woo. And you know who we got? We got Mr. Michael L. Parks, aka Pops, in the house. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, listen. It's gonna be good, y'all. I need y'all to really, first of all, if you're seeing this on replay, just start sharing it right now. Just share. Like if you're watching it, like just share to everybody you know, because somebody's gonna be able to if I could speak, somebody will be able to relate to Halima's story. I promise you, more than one. And so it's inspiring. It's just every day. It's what people go through. But you're gonna hear a story of how she was able to triumph, right? Like to get over, right? And let me say this too. This is a different looking Halima. Can I say that? This is a different looking Halima from what I saw when I first met her. Actually, it was longer than 45 days ago. I'm about to get into the story. Okay, Halima, how did we meet? Let's start there. How did we meet, Halima?
Yeah. Oh man. It's almost like a fairy tale story, almost like it was just like, you know how you have like fairy godparents stuff, like they just know what you need when you need it. Mm-hmm. And so I know Tanisha James, and I have been seeing, her transformation over the past year. I'm like, man, that's what's up. Like, I'm walking too, but my walking ain't doing what her walking is doing. I've been working out and whatnot, and then like mid-January, start having some health concerns, like tingling and numbness and stuff in my hands and feet, and was on a prayer call with Miss Barbara Sanders. And after the prayer call, because I mentioned, I said, y'all pray for me. I don't know what's going on. We finna go get all this blood work done. And she called me afterwards, and she was like, now, I don't know if you're going to do this, but you need to drink more water. And, and she just kept encouraging me. And then she was like, you need to talk to Rochelle T. Parks. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. And so she sent me your consultation link. Mm-hmm. And I think I had first signed up. It was going to be a consultation at like 9:00 at night. Mm-hmm. And I just texted her, I said, I did it. And then like the next day, she texted me at like 11:00 saying, hey, Coach Rose said she can get you early. I'm like, at like 2, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I'm still at work. Hold on.
I remember that.
I said, but, I said, I'll, be free around, 4:00, whatever the case may be. So I got home, got on the consultation, and we talked, and I was just like, man, like, she kind of remind me of my old basketball coach now. And one of the things I said, when my coach Ross said something, she meant it. And when I heard you, I was like, man, like, she for real. So I'm like, I can get with that. I can get with that. And I made it up in my mind. I didn't start immediately, but I made it up in my mind. I think that was in March. I think like maybe beginning of March. I was like, by April, I'm going to start.
Yeah, that's what
that's what we did.
Yeah, that's what. But you did. I think did you do the fruit and veggie first?
I did. It's kind of crazy that between Tanisha, Miss Barbara, we're all in the Primerica business together, and then my coaches, Lori and Andrew Monkier, had done your fruit and veggie challenge in February, and I saw them like. It was after the winter storm and all that we had in Mississippi. Shout out to Mississippi. Yeah. And she showed me your video. Ms. Lori showed me your video of how much sugar is in the average American breakfast options. And I was like, dang. And I was like, I'm gonna do the fruit and veggie challenge. And so because I was trying to dig and get the secrets on the consultation. Like try the program. And so during the fruit and veggie challenge, I got some insight.
Yeah.
It was just in preparation. So I got some great results from the fruit and veggie challenge that I did that 1 week. And it just convinced me even more that those health challenges, the tingling and stuff, actually started to improve in just that 1 week.
That's that 1 week.
In just that 1 week, it started to improve. And I'm like, oh yeah, like it's about to go down.
It's about to go down. Oh man. So, okay. So, and then this is what people need to hear this. So what did you do? Like you made up in your mind. So, cause people say, you just start right away because it is a cost. The program ain't free.
Right.
So it is a cost. And so was it like God gonna make a way? I don't know where this, or you knew I'm gonna do this, and this, and I should be able to start here.
Well, one of the things I like is, I have the opportunity to just make extra income. And I say, you know what? I know what I need to do if I'm gonna do the 45-day program, I know what I need to do to get this $997.
Oh.
And it was
multiple streams of income. Come on.
Right. I'm making it up in my mind, like I'm gonna do this. And for me, I was happy about doing the fruit and veggie challenge as well, because I was still having that pain, and like I said, that pain had started in mid-January, and just like shooting up my arm. Like it wasn't like an on and off thing; it was like a all day. I wake up with it, I go to bed with it. I wake up with it, I go to bed with it. So I'm like, I need to do something.
Yeah,
and so it was a decision that, I say I'm not gonna go broke, doing it, but it was definitely an investment because I'm 31 and single mom. I have a 5-year-old son. I'm like, you still gotta eat. You thinking about bills and all of that. I'm like, man, that's 2 car notes. But the investment is well worth it. I feel like I still need to be giving y'all something else.
Oh, wait a minute! Come on.
Let me see if we can arrange that. No, offer plate about to get passed.
Oh my goodness! You say it's that much value? That much value for you?
So much value. Like I can't help but talk about y'all. Like I feel like y'all, this my family right here. Like
that's right.
Well, let me add to the whole value piece, because really, that's a two-way street.
Yeah.
And so the thing is, it's not even lip service, because when you have somebody that's coachable, that's value in that. Because the road that we're on right now it's a tough road for us, because sometimes we're helping people that have been in challenging situations for so long that they fight you, even though you're there to help them. And so you came right in and you basically just, I remember you said, I know I'll be paraphrasing, but you're gonna get me straight. If Rochelle, Coach Rose said it, I'm doing it. It's like I think it was something either about the water or either about the exercise or some click with you, and next thing you know, it was like a wrap. What was it? Well, we're gonna get to that. But I want to talk about what you did. I'm just gonna say one word, and then you're gonna take it away. Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
Treadmill.
I knew it.
Talk to us about the treadmill.
Man, well, like I said, when I did that consultation with Coach Rowe, I was like, she's pretty serious. Like, it's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's like, it is what it is. And when I finally actually signed up for the Sugar Ain't Sweet 45-day program, we had orientation, and I vividly remember a Thursday because honestly, that was the last day that I got my hair done. Like that I actually went and had somebody else retwisted and stuff like that for me. And on the orientation, you were just saying, hey, we got to exercise this many times a day for this amount of time. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm accustomed prior to the program doing at least 5 days a week. Mm-hmm. And Saturday and Sunday, those what I call my off days. Because if you look at my Apple Watch, them rings don't close. So I was like, oh man, okay, all right, I gotta figure something out, because morning's not a problem. It's more so the evening side, which is why I'd always decided to exercise in the morning. But I'm like, I can't get no excuses. I don't like excuses for what I do. And so that evening I got on Facebook and I was like, hey, anybody know where I can get a treadmill for a good cause? Because, mind you, I just dropped, an investment in my health. Right. And so I'm not trying to spend an arm and a leg. I don't want to go on no payment plan. I just want to be able to, pay it and be done. And so I had a few responses. Some people said, hey, check Facebook Marketplace, go here, go there. And then Friday, it was Good Friday. So I was off work. And I just so happened to get back on Facebook. And like 9 minutes, literally 9 minutes before I had gotten back on there, somebody had posted a treadmill for sale for $100. And I was like, I sent a message. I said, hey, is this still available? And she was like, yes. I'm like, cool, I want to get it. And, I have a car, but my dad has a pickup truck. I got my brother, he was 17 at the time. I got him. We drove like 20 minutes, picked up the treadmill. I think I cashed out her or PayPal'd her or something. And I mean, it's nice, a Gold's Gym. It ain't no like the newest thing, but I'm like, hey, this will work. Got mad and everything. I said, all right.
Wow. Okay.
We got it in, went and picked it up, took it to my house, struggled to get it in, but we got it in there. And, my rationale was like, you know what? I know I paid $100 for this, but this program is 45 days. So I'm like, look, if this treadmill kick out on me in just 50 days, I mean, I just paid $2 a day. That ain't bad, That
ain't bad. That's right.
You spend money on a whole lot, and it kick out way before then. And proud to say the treadmill is still trucking. Oh. It's worth it. It was worth it because I was like, I'm in Mississippi weather, it could be cold in the morning, it could be hot in the middle of the day, and it could be storming by the afternoon. So I was like, I can't let that be the reason why I don't get out and do my continuous exercise. So I was like, I gotta have something at the house as a backup. And so it was definitely worth it, because I was like, oh nah, they ain't gonna catch me slipping. I'm not gonna be like, Coach Rowe. Nah, I said no, we're gonna get it done.
That's it. That's it. I love it. Because everybody's not willing to do that. So it'd be somebody else that say, I did the best I could. We say sometimes your best ain't good enough. You got to do what's required. And so you did what was required. Somebody else, though, I promise you, somebody else, I did the best I could to get one. It's always a little bit more something you could do. Now, and it sounds like it's worth way more than $100. So you just got blessed with a treadmill.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed.
I don't think that's going to be conking out anytime soon. You just got blessed with one. Someone just didn't want it.
Yeah. And, they were upgrading. I said, thank you. Thank you, Lord.
Okay. You see?
Mm-hmm. It and everything. So I said, oh, all right. That was definitely
that was just a blessing. That's all that was, man. I'm just like, everybody's not willing to do that. And for $100, I mean, because just the thought of it, that's why when I tell people, shoot your shot. Like people, so many count themselves out because they think, oh, it ain't gonna, you can get a whole, industry type treadmill for $100. Come on now. I mean, and so because you tried, you put it out there. You say you have not because you ask not, right?
Absolutely.
So you put it out there. So tell us what. I'm sorry, Pops. You was going with your line. Were you done? I'm sorry, I didn't jump in.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, do your
So,
thing. Do your thing.
so how has life changed for Halima? I know it's been changes along the way. It's kind of like it's different changes when you're on the program, but now you're off. So how is it if you could just think back to what the old Halima versus the new Halima? Anything that just jumps out, what's different?
I would just say the biggest thing is my mindset about food.
That's it.
My mindset about food is completely different because I've been this size before, but just the way I had to exercise, because my eating was just horrible. I would probably say my eating hadn't changed since high school. But high school, basketball, volleyball,
right,
all this other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And eating habits haven't changed. And so now I feel a whole lot more in control.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, it is completely different on like, people like, can you eat? What can you eat? I'm like, I still eat food. Like, I still like meat. That's still tasty to me.
Right.
I just eat more vegetables. So
yeah.
If I want to treat myself, I'm not going to treat myself 7 days a week, 24/7, the whole month. No,
right.
So I would say that's the biggest change. I feel a whole lot better.
Tingling, hands, feet.
Man, that's gone. I'm gonna say this, I'm thankful that like the specialist appointments were so far out, because it gave me a chance to heal my body from the inside out. What do you say? When you give your body what it needs to thrive, it will. And it's like, y'all, I became a student. I was soaking it up. And when I get to them and all they can tell me to do is take a B vitamin, I'm just like, that's a win. You don't have to poke me and prod me and shock my nerves with needles and all this kind of. I can skip all of it because of a decision that was made. It's I guess been over 60 days now.
Yeah.
A decision that was made such a huge impact. I'm not on blood pressure medicine no more.
Okay, now how long did it take you to get off that in the program? Do you remember?
When I started the 45-day program, it was within the first week.
Come on, did y'all hear that? I need y'all to hear that. She said it was within the first 7 days. Okay, people don't believe me. They don't believe it. They don't believe it.
When you follow the program, when you get when you stay accountable, I would say that, because if you ain't following the program and you expecting something to happen, like, don't be upset.
Come on, don't be upset.
That's like one of my favorite sayings that she said. She said, "Don't get upset for the results you didn't get from the work you didn't do."
I mean, we can talk about that all day long, but I'm just excited for you, Halima, because people don't, like I said, I had some calls today and people are telling me about this hurt and that hurt and they've done this and I'm like, I'm telling you, that's all food. They're like, no, but this, and I'm like, yeah, that's food too. No, Rochelle, but this, but yeah, that's food too. And they don't, it's hard to even fathom, until you get on the other side and you're like, oh, it's all food, but I teased Tanisha, I said, because when I was telling her, she was like, Rochelle didn't bump her head, but now that she's on the side, now she's telling everybody else it's all food, but you don't know it until you cross over. Or at least, well, when you start, because you start to feel change just in the first 7 days of doing the fruit and veggie, and you get a little bit more leniency with that than you do with the sugar ain't sweet. And still you feel the change with that because, people know that follow me. That's where I started with the fruit and veggie, just doing that. We were doing that, Pop, 2.5 years? 2.5 years before, was it 2.5 years before we even did Sugar Ain't Sweet? I have been doing the fruit and veggie for 2.5 years, first 7 days of every month. And so, but this right here, this Sugar Ain't Sweet, boy.
Changed the game.
Game changer.
This is a game changer.
Game changers.
Shout out to the game changers. Yes. Oh man. It's so much that I'm excited for you, first of all, because when I tell people that I feel good every day. Like I don't think Pops ever heard me say, Pops, this hurt, and that when I get up, I may be tired sometimes, but my tiredness has come from lack of sleep. And it's over a period of time. It ain't over one night. I got a little sleep and I'm tired. You know what I mean? It's just, if I'm like, okay, I got to catch up on my sleep, but I just feel good every day, and I sleep well. He gets on me because on the Fitbit, you know, you got the little sleep score, and I get good sleep every day. You understand me?
Sleep scores in the 90s. I don't know if you're probably familiar with that. Sleep scores in the 90s. I'll be in the 60s and 70s.
I sleep well every night. I mean, so. That's what I mean. How does it feel today versus what does the Halima, other than the pain? I know that, but like, I'm just talking about like your whole, you know, everything. How do you feel like a different person mentally, physically than you did before? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I know I have more energy. Like I said, you know, I have a 5-year-old son, Frank, and, you know, he's competitive. So he want to race to put the seatbelt on. He want to race. He want to race, you know, to the door when we're walking. He want to race. He riding his bike and I'm walking, but he still want to race. Then, you know, he'll walk and stuff. So, and I'm a competitor at heart as well.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, oh, I can get you now. You know, even if I can give you a head start, but the fact that I can fully run, because actually a year after I had him, I always loved sports. I was playing flag football, went back to flag football a year after he wasn't even a year. He was just a few months and I went back. Tore my ACL and meniscus, left knee. And so between therapy and all of that, and even when I was working out prior to starting Sugar Ain't Sweet, I had a leg brace that went from about my mid thigh all the way down to like my mid calf. And so, you know, that kind of limited my motion. But of course, when you follow the program, I know weight loss isn't the focus, but if you follow the program, you're going to end up losing the weight. And I kept putting the leg brace on, and I said, you know what? When I get under 200, I'm going to stop wearing the leg brace. Well, I got under 200, and I was still wearing the leg brace. And one morning, I was getting ready to go, walk outside. Sat down, put the leg brace on. When I stood up, the leg brace just slid back down.
It's time.
It's time to let it go. It's time to let it go. So I've been able to let some things go. It's just the energy, being able to, you know, get up in the morning and not feel like I'm dragging. It just is phenomenal.
Yeah. Okay. That just triggered something. You say get up in the morning. Tell the people what you had to do to get this exercise in the morning. Because I need people to understand, like, so people, and it's just anything in life, but I'm just speaking specifically to the program. When people join the program, they come, they say, I want help. I want to get off my medication, whether it's blood pressure, diabetes, whether you want to get rid of inflammation, whether you want to lose weight, whatever it is, you want to get healthy, right?
Right.
But so I have this phrase. I say people want changes without changing. Like you have to change. Like change begets change. They want these changes, but they don't want to change. Like you want everything to be fit into your own world. I'm like, no. This is the big rock. And so Halima was able to put the big rock in first and then fit her life around it and just tell the people like the type of adjustments you have to make to even get your exercise in.
Right. Well, like on the morning side, during the school year, I'm a teacher. So, an elementary school teacher at this. So we have to be on post, ready for the kids at 7:15 in the morning. And so to say, okay, well, I have to get my exercise in. Got to make breakfast for Frank. Got to make sure he's ready, for school and things like that. So what we would end up doing is I worked out at 5. I was like, okay, in order to get everything done, I need to, at least start working out by 5 a.m. And I was going to the gym here in Mississippi to Quest Fitness and working out with a group, within the guidelines. And so I'm like, well, my son can't go with me. And 4 o'clock, he still need to sleep. So I would get him, put him in the car. I knew I had to leave. I mean, everything was like time. Like I got to be gone from the house by 4:30 so I can get to my mom's. Thankfully, thank God. God know how to set stuff up. I ended up in the house that was 8 minutes away from my mom's house. And so I would take Frank to my mom's house. I still do. Even though school is out, I still do this. Because it's a way of life.
A way of life. Come on.
I'm not just gonna stop, doing that.
That's right.
Bring him to my mom's house, put him in the bed. He's still out. Sleeping good. And I'm just like, okay. And head out, be at the gym by 5 so I can get that 45 minutes in. And I promise anytime y'all would say something in our group chat, like Pops was like, look, if you got 45 minutes, you got to push yourself in those 45 minutes or you need to do more. And I'm like, well, on Monday through Friday, all I got is 40. Well, either go earlier, you're like, get up earlier. But I was like, look, I'm going to push myself in this 45 minutes to keep moving forward. And, we get it done. Like I had my alarm go off. All right, it's 5:45, 5:50. And I started trying to push it like, okay, if I iron my clothes the previous night, I can stay like 5-10 minutes longer. But just getting it done, and it gave me energy too. Like I like working out in the morning. Because my coworkers, when I get to work, they probably just got up at like 6:15, 6:30. I've been up since like 4. And I'm like, hey y'all, how you doing? Like, roll your roll. You got enough energy for all 4 of us right here.
Oh wow!
But we had to get it done.
That's good. That's another thing. So many. Oh, hold on, Pop. So many nuggets in that because I just want to highlight that people. Sometimes they say they're too tired to work out. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. When you work out, it will give you energy. And again, another thing you won't know until you do it. You know what I mean? Like I just tell people, you just got to trust me. They like, no, I'm too tired. I don't feel like doing. I'm like, no. If you work out, I promise you it's going to give you energy. But go ahead, Pops. I just want to highlight that point.
Yeah, I want you to speak to the accountability because it seems like to me. It seemed like it was easy for you, and I don't think it was easy. I'm just saying like it's just like it seemed like it's just part of your makeup. But like, can you speak to the level of accountability and how that kind of fit in with who you are, how you are as a person?
Oh, sure. Well, I guess I'm accustomed to coaching. Humbling myself to realize, what, I wouldn't be in this program if I knew everything.
Yeah, come on now.
I wouldn't have done this program if I knew how to really understand how food would affect my body. Because between, like I said, high school, did sports. Even in my Primerica business, like I have coaches, like they've done and are doing what I'm trying to do. So like I need to listen. And so when it came to, this, when it came to my health, I'm like, you're doing it, you've done it, you're continuing to do it. I need to listen. And just the accountability part of saying, hey, this is what I've been following according to the plan. And so is more like, I think it's more like just humbling, a person humbling themselves. Like, I'm okay saying I don't know. But when I find somebody that I know, like, hey, we can be best friends. My pastor always said he used to he had mentioned that, you know, he needed help with like math in college, and he found somebody that was good in math. You know, so you know, you find the people that's doing what you're trying to do, and you link yourself to them. And I'm like, it was so. It's not like it was hard. It wasn't. It's just a choice to put what I wanted aside and say, if these are the results that I want, this is what I need to do. These are the people I need to follow because they're the example. Yeah. So you're right. It wasn't that hard. And I listened to my mama too, you know.
Mama knows some stuff. Mama knows a few things.
Yeah, it started there, you know, being obedient.
Yeah. Well, that's good, but that's the reason why I was hesitant to use those words, because it just seemed like you was picking up what was being put down, and you know, if it was hard, you couldn't really tell, because it's like you always made adjustments, and I think it was you was like saying you just listen to the correction that other people get, and then it becomes you adopt that too. It's like almost like they were talking to you too, but you're listening, you're paying attention. If someone else, you know, kind of gets turned in one direction and they get led back to the path, you say, okay, I don't even have to go off path. I can just continue on that way. And so that's like, that was really, really cool, because like I said, you're just very coachable. Another thing that's I want to ask you about, since we're on the subject, you know, accountability and stuff, you know, word on the street that I'm a bad cop. Tell the people I'm not bad. I'm not a bad cop. Tell the people.
Y'all not bad. Y'all just straightforward.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. People trying to make me the villain. You know, they're trying to make me the villain.
But you know what? There's still some value in that. They call it the good cop, bad cop. You know, because as of late, Halima, believe it or not, they say I've been the bad cop. You know, I've been the bad cop on the health coaching call. Tanisha said I've been going in. Even Pop said, we got one call a couple weeks ago. Pop's looking at me like, who are you?
But I got a lot of stuff from those health coaching calls. One in particular, you were like, you know, for most women, when we get that time of the month, we start eating bad and stuff like this. She was like, yeah, and you were like, y'all, that's the time to eat clean. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And, hey, nothing like God to say, hey, you could try it out this week, you know. Like, okay, all right. And normally, and I hope this is not TMI for some people, but I would have like lower back pain in the back, and then I would have like cramping in the front. So basically, it was just like a whole ring around my face. And I'm like, okay, well, I've been, eating clean, following the program. And I was like, I never really had to take medicine. I don't like to take a whole lot of medication, anything like that, because I feel like it just masks the problem.
Right.
And so I'm like, it's the first day. And normally for me, like the first day is like, oh man, like I just need to lay down. And it was just dull. And I'm like, dang. And to have experienced that, every month for years, and to not have that, and I'm like, okay, well, all right, maybe it was a fluke. Well, hey, guess what? It come back again. It come back every month, and it was still just dull. And I was like, I don't have that lower back pain. I don't have this cramping in the front, and I'm just like, man,
You holding out. You ain't tell us this.
I know we didn't know that.
You holding out. Why you holding out on us?
Tell us that. But you know what? I know it to be true for people. But yeah, you've been holding out. You didn't tell that. You didn't tell us that. But that's good stuff, man. That is that right there. You just done freed you done freed somebody, a few people. You done freed up some ladies on that. And so when I say eat clean, I'm talking like how do you eat on the is it the whole time or is it just at the beginning? When do you change? I'm like, do you go stricter? Like, what do you do specifically? Help somebody right now.
I went back to fruits and veggies.
Mm-hmm.
I went back to fruits and veggies, and honestly, it ended up being more veggies because just from the tidbits of health coaching calls and man, the content that you have on YouTube is ridiculous.
Say it again, Salima. Good night.
The content you have on YouTube is ridiculous. I mean, it's just so much.
And we mean ridiculous in a good way.
In a good way.
Yeah. Let's get that straight.
In a good way. And I was just like, man, like when it came about drinking water and, not overeating, it's like, look, if you think you're hungry, like drink water. And that's what I started doing. And something you said on the health coaching call as well. And like, I ended up not eating as much fruit. Like, I don't know if y'all remember, but, between like 10 and 11 o'clock, I had a nice little fruit bowl.
Yeah.
I had 4 fruits. Like, it was like methodical. I had 4 fruits. I sliced this stuff up. And that helped me too, because I was doing the program while I was still teaching. So I had to take my food with me. It wasn't like I was at home and, once I got hungry, I could kind of make myself. I had to prepare for that. Right. Mind you, I'm still leaving the house in the morning. Like, once I leave my house at 4:30, I don't go back till the nighttime. So I had to fix my food, prepare it the night before. It wasn't that hard because I'm making a salad and a fruit bowl, might put me a little bag of cashews or something like that in there too. But it was, man, just revolutionary to me. That, like, understanding food blew my mind. And I'm just like, I can't thank y'all enough. I can't thank y'all enough.
Well, you could try. It's good. We appreciate that. I'm just joking, but seriously, we appreciate that.
Music to my ears, man, because this is why we do it. So that we can have a million Halimas. You know what I mean? This is why we do it, because the whole thing, the masterclass it says reversing chronic illness, right? Ridding your body of chronic illness and joint pain and all these things, but increasing your energy. Like, everything we said in the masterclass, you have achieved. You got rid of the diabetes, chronic illness, right? You lost weight,
blood pressure.
I'm sorry. Yeah, blood pressure. I'm sorry. You lost weight. You got rid of the pain, in your body. You sleep better. I mean, better, more energy. Like, everything we say you can have, you have it. And so that's why we're doing this thing, so people can have this. That's the whole point. And look, and I only did it in 45 days. Didn't even take long.
And then that's a good segue to what's down there, That's a good segue.
Okay, the registration, right? So the masterclass, right? So for those who are watching, and you may be wondering, like, what program is this, and how do I get into it? Well, it's the Sugaring Sweet, right? The Sugaring Sweet program, and it's a program that's designed to reverse chronic illness. And so, whether you're dealing, really, we say reverse chronic illness, but it's really the program that helps you get healthy, right? So if you're dealing with high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, obesity, inflammation, people have come that have had autoimmune disease, be it MS, lupus, Hashimoto's disease. They come in for whatever, kidney disease, whatever. It's like people just coming because they want to. Some people say, Rochelle, I don't have any of that. I just know I don't feel my best. I don't have any energy. I feel blah. I just want to live a better life, and feel better and sleep better. People getting off sleep apnea machines, all of that. We have a free master class that we do every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the link down there, the registration link, you can click that and register for the master class. It's every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's just an amazing thing. From that point, you learn all about the program and you have an opportunity to apply for the program and get on the phone with me and we talk about, getting you signed up. It's an easy process. The program is amazing. We're over a year in now. We launched this thing May 14th is when we shared it with the world. And May 14th of 2020. I'm sorry. And so here we are, just over a year, so about almost 13 months in, and going strong. And on our way to hitting over 200 people, that have gone through Just Sugar Ain't Sweet. And so it's just been amazing. It's been amazing. So I don't know. It'd be funny if everybody had a number. If Aslim was like, I'm number 142, whatever. We had a number, but it's just been amazing. And every week, so we have a different cohort that starts every Monday, right? So we had somebody, start today. A different cohort starts every Monday, and so it's just amazing to see. Tanisha gets really excited every orientation because she's looking at the people and she's like, she just knows their lives are about to change, like they come in, you come in hurting and just really kind of discouraged and dismayed. And then within a week's time, you feel so much better. Mind blown really in a week. Somebody posted in the group today, because of course this is their weigh-in, for their first group, and one of the ladies said, because the whole team was doing well, and she said, I'm just so super proud of us. She said, and who would have thought you could have these type of results just from food? All these transformations are happening just from changing the way we eat. I'm like, yeah, that's what it is, just helping people connect the dots. I mean, why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't God food be the foundation? Like, why wouldn't it? What else could be the foundation? What else could it be? Especially for those that are believers. Like, what else? He told us to eat from the beginning. And that whole thing about the Hippocrates, man, I looked it up. I said, when was that said? I looked that thing up. Y'all, that thing said 430 BC. I said, you have got to be kidding me. He said that before Christ. And here we are in 2021 AD. we still trying to figure it out. And and that's all we did. We just went back to that. Went back to what he said before Christ. Unbelievable. That blows my mind every time I think about it. Like, that's when he said it. When I looked it up, that is not what I was expecting. I promise. I didn't even know when, Hippocrates, but I wasn't expecting the BC. It never crossed my mind. When I looked it up, I had to look it up in multiple sources. I'm like, maybe it's a typo. Really? Did you know that was BC, Pops? Hippocrates?
I mean, I didn't know exactly when, but I knew it was a considerable amount of time ago.
BC though, I just wow. I just never would have thought that it was BC. I didn't, and you know how often I use that quote, and never thought to look it up until that time. And I said, unbelievable. I was mind blown. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it.
So Halima, you're a teacher, right? So that means you got students, you got co-workers, and then you've always had family. So right. Since you've been doing this program, and you actually, it overlapped with some of your school time, right?
Right.
So did your students and co-workers and family, what type of reactions were they getting as you were changing and transforming before their eyes?
Well, let me start off with my students. I guess for the ones that saw me every day, because we did traditional and virtual. The traditional students kind of saw it a little slowly, but for the virtual kids, they only came in like on testing, like big tests. And one of them was like, did you get skinny? I'm like, why, yes. So the fact that, they see me on Zoom, but then to see me in person, You know, you really only see from like here up on
Exactly.
Zoom. For them to see me, they're like, "Hey, did you lose some weight?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did. Thank you. Thanks for noticing." The teachers, they're looking like, "Wow, like would you like it?" Just it seems like, you know, how some people don't really notice the first, you know, 20 or so pounds. Like I noticed it. You know, I'm like, man, I done lost a little something. But no, got on sugar ain't sweet. And I combined the workouts with the food, with the accountability, and it just seemed to just like it was just like consistently every week. I didn't worry about a plateau because I knew that if I kept giving my body what I needed and I kept with the exercise, that it wasn't gonna be a if. Oh, another point, the things that I learned from Pops about glucose. Oh man, you know, about when your body would like really be receptive to shedding that weight. Man, it wasn't a matter of if I was gonna lose something. It was about, I wonder how much I'm gonna lose this week. Because I knew that if I followed the program and I kept with the accountability, that the results were gonna come. I mean, even the teachers, they're like, especially the ones that like in like our cluster would be like, man, like you change it. Like the shirt that used to fit is loose, you know, and things like that. And like at home, I think my son, he's probably never seen me under 215. Wow. You know, he's only like 5, but still, he's never really seen me under 215. We were at the kitchen table one night, and he was like, "You're getting skinny." He started like feeling my arm, like different. Like it, like even he's noticed a change. Health wise.
Excuse me, mommy. I want to be able to cut the grass.
Okay, so hence Frank.
Frank.
My partner. You gonna poke your head in? Hi. You gonna say hey?
Hey.
Hey, Frank. How you doing, buddy?
Yes.
Good to see you.
I'm riding lawnmower by myself.
Very
good. Okay, that's awesome.
So yes, he's extremely active. So I got to be able to keep up with him. Like he want to cut the grass, he want to drive riding lawnmower. So I have to be in the position to be like, I need to be able to be out there.
That's right.
Even with like my mom, she's always said she knows that whenever I put my mind to something, oh, it's as good as done. It's as good as done. And to, you know, me talking to her about things that I'm doing, why I'm choosing not to eat certain things or to eat after certain times. She was looking into this. She started looking at
Mommy,
labels. Hold on, just wait.
There's no more space for the white crayon in my box.
Okay. She started like looking at things like the apple juice that's in their fridge.
And the Jamila's cutting the grass right now. So.
Okay, go ahead.
So,
go ahead. So she's looking at the sugar on the labels and stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So just the things that other people are starting to be more mindful of. And I'm just like, yeah, like it blew my mind too. The content, those modules. Yeah. Everybody, I'm like, man, if you do the program, you get the modules. That trip to the grocery store. I go to the grocery store now and I feel empowered. Like I know what to look for. I know that, you know, hey, if I want certain things, this is the area I need to stay in. Yeah. And so it's been great.
Yeah. See, people ain't up on the modules like that. You're the only one that I hear talk about the modules like that. I'm like, man, you know how many nuggets, how much information is in those modules? Like that whole 2.5 hour grocery store video is worth everything, you know. Frank doing his thing.
Yeah, he came home. He's been at summer camp and he ready to roll, which is why I got to be ready too.
That's
but,
right.
definitely. But yeah, like when I did the fruit and veggie challenge, it really, like, I went through the modules, and I tried to watch it in two settings,
Yeah.
but it was definitely worth it. And I'm just like, and I still go back. It's some things that you just need to hear more than once. Some things you need to hear more than twice,
Yeah.
until, like you said, you can just go and there be no problem, because
Yeah.
it's in here and it's in here, and I can just follow
Yeah.
through with it. You know the storm over here.
When I first did the that grocery store tour, I know it was long, 2.5 hours, and I was really hesitant in putting that in the group. So I'm like, man, are they gonna watch this thing? It's long, it's like 2.5 hours or so. But I've had so many people say they've watched the whole thing, maybe in a couple of settings like you, but they've watched the whole thing and how much they appreciate it, because I go down every aisle. And so it's empowering. Like you said, when you go to the grocery store and you know what to do,
Right.
know how not to fall for the okie doke.
Right. Oh man, I love them videos. I'll be like, man, Mom, do you know, like, it's so much better to just go ahead and do this versus this? Like, and then even with things like for Frank, because it's more of a lifestyle change. It's not just for me, it's for him too, So when I can pick, good snacks, or, if we're gonna eat this fruit cup, I'd rather have, the one with the syrup versus the sugar free, because I know what to look for.
You see what I'm saying? Come on, Halima.
Now, this the content on YouTube. Now, just imagine what you get when you get in the program. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we got some nice little segue, right? Because well, I'm about to clown a little bit, because Rochelle said earlier, she said that after about 13 months we going strong, right? So this episode could be going strong with Halima strong, right?
Oh!
But also what you were talking about is about what to say to people, like what, because you're saying once they look at the videos, that's great, but to get in the program you get things on a deeper level. What do you say to that person that they know that they need something like this? What do you say to that person to give them the information necessary to kind of help them make a decision to at least go to the master class, look at the master class?
For the most part, I just ask, like, do you believe that you're worth it? Like, do you believe that you can be healthier? Do you believe that you don't have to keep spending all this money on medication? Like, if you believe that that's possible, then you need to just take a look. I'm like, y'all, the masterclass is free. Like, I didn't go through the masterclass, but everybody that I talked to someone Sunday, we were at church, and she was like, I went to the masterclass. Now, she said she said you were very thorough. And I was like, and she said, I could appreciate that. So there is value in, just taking that first step. That masterclass is probably one of the first steps that you could take in making the decision to say, I'm worth being the best version of myself. And this is a part of it. So, and when I think, and this is another thing I was thinking about, like, just financially speaking, a lot of people, when they get older, retire and then go get like a part-time job and stuff like that because of needing the benefits. And I'm like, man, what if they need the benefits because they're trying to afford insulin? They got high blood pressure medicine. They trying to get the group discounts on all this stuff. I'm like, what if you could get rid of that? What if you could take control of your health and just that could save you money? That could save you money. Just like, because when I retire, because I hear you all the time when you be like, when I was, I'm like, I want to be like that too, so I don't want to have to feel like I gotta go get a part-time job just so I can afford, you know, health benefits and things like that. And so,
Mommy, I want a popsicle.
Okay.
Right now.
No. Go. So busy. But it's just been little revelations from being in the program to even after the program that I would just say, like, it's just, I don't even know how we put a price tag on it. I mean, we got to start somewhere, but it's been definitely worth it. But when I ask people, like, are you worth it? Do you feel like you're worth it? Do you feel like, you know, is this the end of the road? Like they say, when you stop living, you start dying. And I got a whole lot more living to do. So I want to be the best version of myself.
That's all right.
That little baby right there needs you to be the best version of yourself. You know what I mean? I'm like we owe it to our kids, you know, to be our healthiest, not to be telling I'm tired, I don't feel like it. You know, like I'm just I've you know, my youngest is 11, and you know, I mean, she's older now, so they don't have so many of those little field trips that they used to have. But when she was younger, with all of them, when they were younger and they go on the field trips, and you know, I see a lot of parents, they can't keep up. You know, they can't keep up with the kids, and I don't know. It's just I've always wanted to be able to run with my kids, run, you know, whatever, ride bike, skateboard, or just whatever, just be active, you know, get on the floor and be able to get up, you know. You know what I mean? Just certain things I wanted to be able to do. And I can recall when I was pregnant, of course, I remember because I put the weight on. Now when I'm pregnant, I put the weight on. I'm talking about 70 pounds. But I remember getting on the floor and my son having to help me up, you know, but I was, you know, toward the end of my pregnancy, but I was like, I never want to feel like this. I never want to feel like this where I can't get up off the floor. And so, yeah, just it's a lifestyle. You said it. It's not a Pops coined this phrase. He said, this is not a phase of life. It's a new way of life, you know, and that's what it is. And so we got people now, they in week 1, they already say, how's your life after? You know, I'm like, can you get through the program? You trying to worry about what it is on day 47. You on day 2, you know, and, like, just get through it. Because again, there's that phrase that they're making judgments off of dead taste buds, figuratively speaking, meaning they're making a judgment based on how they feel right now. Like, I promise you, when you get to day 45, you're going to feel differently. You're going to think differently. And then you're going to recognize the lunacy in asking that question that you asked on day 2, you know, but you're just getting started. And so that's all you know is what you know. You know, I tell people, I was talking to someone today, and I was like, how you feel? She said, I feel okay. I said, no, you don't. You feel terrible. You just don't know it. Terrible. It sounds kind of harsh, but it's true. I said, no, you don't. You feel bad. You just don't know it because you don't even realize how bad you feel until you start feeling better.
Yeah. Okay. You don't know. You don't realize that you could feel better. You have a dead sense of normal.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, man. And I got hope too, because I was like, you know, I used to think, I'm like, man, I need to be able to shed this weight. You know, Frank is 5 and I'm still in the 200s. Like, what's up with that? Like, I don't want to get pregnant no more. Like, you know, because man, I'm really going to be up there, but to know that I can, I can take control of the food. I can, you know, I understand what I need to do to, you know, if Lord does, you know, this is a husband first.
Okay, come on.
Yeah. Then if there are, you know, children to come after that, then I know that I'm like, I know what I need to do.
Man.
Like, I know one, to have a healthy pregnancy.
Yes.
You know, just going all left and just saying, hey, I'm pregnant. Let me go eat these Snickers and stuff. You know, every day because I want something sweet. But I know what to do. And man, when I say I feel so much more empowered to take control of things. And it's beyond the exercise.
Oh, like, yeah.
It goes way beyond the exercise. And that's why I say this program, like between Tanisha and Miss Barbara and my other coaches, Miss Lori and Mr. Andrew, and just them, it just kept you just kept coming up. It just kept coming up, and I'm like, man, this not keep coming up for no reason. Like, I really need to listen. And that's, like I said, that's where it came with the humility. And I'm like, I need to do this. And when that decision was made, it was good as done. Like, I was ready. And it's crazy. Look, I got I got my because it's like you said, it's a way of life. It's my mom asked you still gonna do all of that? And I'm like, yeah, because it helps me understand where I am, and especially after the program. When I'm like, okay, well, let me see how my body responds to this.
That's
I can't know how it responds if I don't.
If you don't check it,
yeah,
blind. That's
driving blind.
Yeah,
so
that's good.
It's
but
definitely.
think about all the people out there that's flying blind, though, that have no idea. Even those people who think they're eating healthy, but still don't understand why they can't lose the weight. They don't have a clue. They don't have a clue how their body's responding. This program is different. I talked to someone today, and I didn't even, honestly, I didn't even, God gives you discernment, right? And so I just told me to be quiet. But, I'm talking to her, I'm explaining to the program, and she said, well, I have a friend who's a nutritionist that I'm actually going to have an appointment with her in a couple of days. And I have a membership at the gym. And she said something else. She said, so I just want to jump on to see what the program is about. But it seems like everything you offer, I have access to, and, with my resources. I said, okay, I understand. I didn't even, I didn't even have.
We know exactly what you're not saying.
I didn't even have the energy to try to explain, because I know she doesn't have this program. You know what I mean? But she, in her mind, because that's all she heard was the fruit and veggie, the cleanse and exercise. You know what I mean? And eating clean. So I don't know. But she said, I see. I have access to everything that you offer. I said, okay.
She got access to us, but
you don't have it.
but honestly, in all seriousness, we come across people like that, and we truly wish them well. We truly wish them well.
Oh, for sure.
Because this is one of those things where it's like eating. If a person can't afford to eat and they don't have the money to eat, what do? Starve? You know what I'm saying? If people need to eat, if they're hungry, they should eat. If a person needs this program, they should have access to it. So she had access to it, but she chose a different route. But if that route works out for her, then more power to her. We really want her to get what she wanted, get what she's looking for. So, but yeah.
No, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely. So I did not, wasn't implying that I didn't want her to have that, but I just know, my point was, I know this is something totally different than what people, than what people are doing. You know what I mean? But in her mind, she thought she had everything. And I just said, okay. And I did. I wished her well. And she said, I told you have my number. She said, absolutely. If I need you, I'll reach out to you. I said, Roger that. Because she had access to me. She could always reach back out later. But yeah, this is a different animal. And that's why people get different results.
Yeah. You got to be serious about it. It ain't nothing to play with. And it's like, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to, change whatever situation you have? Because, depending on how strong your why is. So like, when you shared and when Pop shared, like Pops, I don't watch your YouTube video and you share your story. The why has to be strong enough to push you to be disciplined enough to be accountable to the program, reading the PDF.
Come on. We're still talking about it.
Not being scared to ask questions, like you said, because like I said, even if y'all weren't talking to me, I was listening like you were talking to me, because I'm like, okay, all right, that's what Pops did. You know, they talking about Pop being a hoodie and stuff. I be outside. It's 70 some degrees out of Mississippi at 5 o'clock in the morning. I got a hoodie on.
That's the joke right there every day.
She was clowning me. She was clowning me, Halima.
I was like, man, he be putting it on every day. Oh man, it's all good. That's his old wrestling days, though. That's
Not this hoodie though.
Days.
But Halima, this her hoodie. See,
No,
I got her stuff on.
Oh,
So what's up with that? I got her stuff on.
that's probably his claim to fame. He can fit my clothes. You know, he got to fit my husband's clothes. I mean, my wife's clothes now. Not my husband's clothes. I can fit my wife's clothes now.
Exactly.
Oh man. So we're gonna get out of here. Frank was like, I need my mommy.
He's talking I want that ice cream. That was
I know. He said I want it right now.
I want it right now.
right. I'm like, y'all almost.
You know you mush. You know you mush. It's okay, Frankie Wanky. We got you.
So look, we're gonna wrap this up, Halima. So I'm just gonna ask you this last question. This is to the person, because people watching, and somebody's out there good. They know they need to do it. Like what would be? I know we already said, Pops actually say they're worth it, and people say yeah, but just give somebody a word. We're gonna close it out. Just give somebody a word to they listen to Halima.
I would say, take a chance on you. Take a chance on you. What's the worst that can happen? You eat clean. You cleanse your palate. You realize the stuff is real salty. Take a chance.
Yeah.
Take a chance. Even if you start, like I said, the masterclass is free. The fruit and veggie challenge, you know, if you just feeling like, oh, it's such a big event, like even with the fruit and veggie challenge, you can see results. And if you continue to take a chance on you, you can see even better life-changing results. You move with that next step, which is the Sugar Ain't Sweet program. Mm-hmm. Take a chance. Take a chance.
That's it.
You're not gonna die, and if you die, it ain't because you did. I'm using all y'all stuff.
She's talking it out. Oh, I'm
she got to see. Let me what I'm gonna use right now.
It just come naturally now. I was listening to it so much. It got ingrained in me. Coach, I'm doing them hit workouts. I'm gonna have me a little something coming.
From the gun show, you go with the gun show.
I'm gonna come with a little something.
Oh,
it's a work in progress. You know, I can flex to the side a little bit.
That's it.
You got to take a chance.
Yeah, you just got to keep doing it, Halima. It's coming. It's already coming. You know what I mean? So it's on the way. It's already en route. Just keep getting up every day and push and play the proverbial play. Just keep doing it. The results will come, and because that's the piece that people miss. This is not it is a program, but it's a program that starts you on a new way of life. Like this becomes the life. You know, people looking for the end. There is no end. Well, there is. But when it's over,
right?
It's over. You know what I mean? There is an end when you can't do nothing else. But I mean, so this is it. We just keep doing it. People ask them, well, what do you do after? That's your life. It becomes your life. Look at Halima. This is her life now. And so we thank you, Halima. We're super proud of you. Thank you for blessing us with your presence, and not just us, but everybody that's going to hear this, because your testimony is an inspiration and it's a blessing. you know.
Absolutely.
And Frankie is lucky to have you as a mom. I promise you. You were an absolute joy. It's all, I mean, it's just a joy when someone is coachable and open for change, willing and ready. You know, I used to say this thing, I say if you're willing, I'm able, you know, and not to make it about me, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying we have information to share that could change people's lives, you know. And you came in, like you said, total humility, you know, you were humbled and just open and ready. And look at what happened. Now we're looking at a totally different Halima, a Halima that's pain free, medication free. You got the biggest smile. You're happy. You're energetic. You're shopping in the back of the closet. I mean, you know what I mean? Like even your
Oh
baby,
man, who?
huh? You shopping in the back of the closet, Halima?
I love shopping in the back of the closet, y'all. I'll just be like stuff that I thought that I would. Now I'm like, I'm gonna keep, but in my mind, I'm not really doing what I need to do to put it back on. But to be able to put it back on, I'll be like, oh man, and that the dress, and I know we gotta go, but the dress that I had, it was a red dress that I had gotten online for like $9.99. I love a good deal now. I could not fit that before Sugar Ain't Sweet. After Sugar Ain't Sweet, it was too big. I got it taken in, and then last week we did the 7-day fruit and veggie. I just got the dress back Thursday, and I still had space after they had taken it in, and I'm just like, this is a win, y'all. This is a lot. Nothing else, take a chance. Take a chance. I mean, is worth it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. That is it, guys. That's what we called it. Take a chance. Take a Chance by Halima Strong. Going strong with Halima Strong. That's it.
Hey.
Guys, you all have been blessed. I know you have because we have. And so thank you for tuning in. Share this with everybody. People need to hear this inspiring story. Total transformation. Total inside and out. Beautiful person, Halima, and we thank you. We love you. So we're fan for life.
Absolutely.
I look forward to our reunion now.
Like, okay.
The meetup is coming. Everybody's asking. We got to have a meetup. So it is coming. Also, what's coming is our Sugar Ain't Sweet alumni community. That's coming too. We're coming with that as well. So just stand by. All right. So that is it, guys. That is it. Rochelle T. Parks. I am your health motivator. Okay. And guess what? Whether you like it or not, we don't care. Okay. We can, we will, we must continue to walk alongside you and help you to achieve optimal health. And we out. Hey guys, before you go, I just want to let you know I am hosting a 7-day fruit and vegetable challenge on the 1st of the month. Guys, I do it every month. I've done it for the last 2 years. You say, why do I need that? Well, let me tell you what can happen in 7 days. In just 7 days, you can rid your body of the addiction to sugar, the addiction to salt. You can get rid of inflammation in the body. Guys, you can get mental clarity. You can sleep better. So many great things can happen in just 7 days. So don't delay any longer. Go ahead and click the link below and go ahead and sign up. We're getting started on the 1st, okay? I'll see you on the 1st.